Welcome back to Landline Now in the 2011 OOIDA Truckers for Troops Telethon. Once again, I'm here in Studio A with Reed Black, Terry Scruton, and Jamie Jones. Remember, all this week, through the start of business on Monday, you can join OOIDA or renew your membership for just $25, a discounted rate. 10% of that money is going to go to send care packages to U.S. troops in combat areas overseas, and OOIDA is matching that money dollar for dollar. Now, we do have some numbers for you. We know folks like to have a little update. Last year, by Wednesday, and we mentioned this earlier in the show, we had Tuesday at the beginning of the show. We now have the Wednesday numbers. Last year, we had 914 calls to the membership department by this time. We are up to 1,090 this year. Thank you all very much.
All right.
Fantastic. We appreciate the effort, but our goal is to exceed the number of members of the military we served last year, which was 8,800. Please make that call, 1-800-444-5791. And, you know, while we're talking on numbers, there's a reason that we use this particular number. And Jamie, you actually talked to the folks in membership because we were all curious.
Well, the one thing you have to consider, this broadcast, we call it the Truckers for Troops Telethon, and so people just assume that we're conducting this like a telethon that they would see on TV or hear on the radio. And typically what goes on in a normal telethon is people call in pledges. They, get the warm fuzzies and think, well, yeah, that sounds great. I'll donate $500 to save the kittens in Nigeria or whatever. And eventually a letter goes out, and that actual money that comes back from the pledge may not be reflective. So being the straight shooters that they are down in membership, we work off of hard numbers, and with the accounting and processing of credit card payments and such, we have a significant lag of a couple of days. So we can't give you a good picture right up to the minute of where we stand on money, but we're real excited about this, and we just need to keep things going on through tonight, on in tomorrow, and really make this the best Truckers for Troops ever.
1-800-444-5791. You know something else? We've got folks from all sorts of different departments, people that call in about medical benefits, about drug testing, about truck insurance. They make the call there and they go ahead and take care of it. So we've got all those other departments funneling stuff to membership. And of course, those of you who are taking care of this online through that link we have on our website, landlinenow.com, where you can join, renew, or donate online. And donations we don't talk about a lot. We talk about the membership, how 10% of that's going to go into this, but Terry, donations really do play an important role, don't they?
They do. They play a big role in this, and we've had several life members calling in and offering up challenges to other life members to kick in on those donations. We had one guy call in. He donated $500.
Wow.
Absolutely wonderful.
Exactly, and he challenged all other life members to do that as well. Now, if that seems like a bit much to you, we also had life member Dale Kirschbaum call in, and he donated $25 and challenged other life members to donate at least $25. So every little bit helps. We also had a third one. This is one of our alternate board members and life member, Miles Verhoff, called in, and he donated some money, and he challenged all of the board members, alternates, and other life members to donate as well. And by the way, I talked to Miles about this, and he said he figured his donation would be good for at least one vote for Boy Scout Troop 114. So there we go. We got one on the board right there. But still, lots of ways to participate, even if you're not renewing or your membership.
Just before we went on air, I ran through membership real quick and was checking the tally board on the service challenge. And as I was walking out, there were 7 more votes going up for Navy.
Well, I was right behind you, Jamie, because I figured you would tamper with the tally board. And what I noticed was that the list of Army contributors was a mile long, and that Navy and the rest of them were pretty paltry by comparison.
1-800-444-5791. Jimmy mentioned earlier there are other telethons for things like Save the Kittens in Nigeria. This is way more important than kittens in Nigeria, people. 1-800-444-5791 is the number to call to take part in this effort, to really say thank you. Thank you. We can't say thank you enough or in enough different ways to the members of our military that are putting their own lives in danger for our benefit. 1-800-444-5791. Now, Reed, there's some technical aspects that we need to take care of when it comes to whether you're joining, renewing, or making a straight donation. Can you kind of give folks that information?
Right. If you mail in a payment during the telethon, please indicate on the payment if it's for dues and a donation, or a donation only, and then somewhere on the check specify troops, so your contribution is counted. If you make a straight donation, please make out your check to OOIDA Foundation, and that allows the donation to be tax deductible.
1-800-444-5791 or online through a link we have under Heard on the Air at landlinenow.com. You know, we talk about paying for these care packages. We talk about how big they are, but it's really fascinating the effort that's gone into choosing what goes into them. Reed, the folks here at OOID have really worked hard as far as working with members of the military about what they want to see in these care packages.
Absolutely. The contents of the packages range all the way from cotton swabs, shampoo, body wash, razors, lotion, to fun things like dominoes, silly string, frisbees. And we've gotten feedback from our troops overseas, and they've told us that they would like certain things, and in particular, things that help ameliorate the effects of sand in the air in both Afghanistan and Iraq.
1-800-444-5791. We are in day 4, and of course, you may be listening to this as a repeat over the weekend, but those phone lines are still open, and the website still works until start of business Monday. 1-800-444-5791. And Terry, this really is just a natural fit for the trucking industry.
It really is. A lot of truckers are veterans themselves, and a lot of them also have sons or daughters or friends or cousins or what have you serving in the military overseas. And they're all a very patriotic bunch, so it's just a natural thing to do, a natural way to support our troops.
1-800-444-5791.